Welcome to MRC Advisory. You have already watched probably some of our videos on other websites. If you've come through MRC Center, I'm sure you've watched our introduction video for MRC Center. Now through the link, you've come to MRC Advisory. And, the website for Marco Rossi & Co. is marcorossi.co. If you want to watch my profile to find out who I am and what's my background and where I've come from, just go to marcorossi.co. Under the profile video, it's about under 15 minutes, and I've explained my background. I'm a qualified accountant with over 35 years of experience in Australia, and I have been accountant most of my life, and I've done businesses and property development on the side every year, and some of them have been very successful, some of them have been failures, but you can watch the profile video, it will explain everything. Now the focus of this video is one of our division is called MRC Advisory, and MRC stands for Marco Rossi & Co. So we have named all our divisions centralized under one landing page called MRC Center, and divisions are called, starts with MRC, and this one is MRC Advisory. If you go to MRC Center landing page, you will see the buttons for different divisions. You can click on it, it will take you to the right division with their introduction videos and all that. Now, the services we offer under MRC Advisory is a very exciting division. For me, it's amazing. I'm introducing this new methodology, and I hope you'll be equally excited about this. One of the biggest issues in public accounting practices is the cost. Most of the small businesses, they are hesitant to ring their accountants because every time they ring their accountants, the clock starts ticking. And if you're talking to a senior accountant or one of the partners of the practice, your hourly rate could be anywhere between $300 up to $500 an hour. And the moment you ring, they clock the call, and you'll be receiving invoices end of the month or as often as they think they have to send it to you. And due to that reason, a lot of clients, small businesses, they're hesitant to call their accountants to ask questions or consult or use them as a mentors. So to eliminate this issue and make sure that you are not hesitant to call the accountant to get advice, we have introduced a fixed cost subscription per month. Now, I'll come to that different levels of subscription at the end, but let me explain to you, by subscribing to our services, what you're getting now and what in future you will be adding to it and you'll be getting it. The first one is business services and advice. Now, you'll be able to subscribe for a fixed monthly fee and get unlimited advice, unlimited hours, and you'll be able to, depending on the level of subscription, you'll be able to do your BASes, your income tax return for the company or for the entity you are, partnership, trust, family trust, whatever, and individual tax returns. And this way you don't need to worry about what if I get a $2,500 bill and I have to avoid that. At the moment we are providing these services, business services and advice, which includes a lot more elaborate than a typical accountant. If you have management issues, I can consult. I've got accountants that they can talk to you about. If you have IT issues, sales and marketing, turnaround, cost cutting, anything to do with your business expansion, acquisition, anything to do with your business, will be able to advise you and find the right answers or solutions for your business as per your requirement. Very soon, we're going to add these further services and advisory roles to our services. Next one is financial advice. At the moment, we don't have the license for AFSL from ASIC, and we are introducing ourselves into that environment. We'll be acquiring our license soon, and we'll be offering financial services advice. We'll limit ourselves into setting up self-managed superannuation fund. We'll advise you on how to structure it, how to, if in case you need to borrow, or relationships and all that. We will give you advice as far as the superannuation, self-managed superannuation fund is concerned. If you want to audit your superannuation, we'll advise you how to do it, and that sort of thing. It's coming soon. Then we're going to add mortgage advice. This is very exciting. There are a lot of mortgage brokers out there. You need a license from ASIC, credit code license, to be a mortgage broker. We are not going to organize your application or loan that you require for acquisition of any property. There are plenty of people out there to do it. What we are going to do is we are going to independently advise you on mortgage loans, type of loans, what's best for you, how you have to do it. As an accountant, will advise you how to minimize your tax in future, if you're doing negative gearing, if you're doing fixed cost, if you're doing principal and interest. We'll give you all the advice and knowledge you need, that when you go to the broker, you'll be able to have the information. Because most of the brokers, when they advise you, I think, this is my personal opinion, they have conflict of interest, because they will introduce you to a lender that gives them more upfront fees, more trial in future, and they prefer that. And it may not be the best interest for you, because they're making more money from this institution compared to other, and that may not be best interest of you. But we are going to give you totally 110% independent advice and knowledge for you to choose the right loan, right combination, right consolidation, right financial borrowing. That's exciting. It will be, by the way, included in your subscription. We're not going to add any more cost to it. So if you have already subscribed to a 12 months monthly payments, in other words, if you are a gold member, these services will be just added to you without extra cost. So there'll be no hidden cost. Then finally here, we're going to add real estate advice. Now, these are all coming soon, because we need to finalize our licenses in place, so that make sure we have all the licenses before we commence delivering any service. What does real estate advice means? There'll be a lot of knowledge-based, research-based, and we'll be able to explain to you how to source it, how to go about buying a property, how to fund it through the mortgage advice we give you. These are all interrelated services. So if you're buying a property, it's not just isolated to buy a property. You need to fund it. That means you have to borrow money that goes on the mortgage advice. Then you may not be able to know how to structure it. It goes on accounting, structuring, and then we need to give you financial advice because your super might get involved into it. So these are all complementary services. We are not isolating them. We are just adding layers of more detailed services for mom and dads, small business and medium-sized businesses that they are daily involved in day-to-day this advice requirement and they need this. How do we do it? This is where it gets really exciting. How often you remember you need to ask your accountant something, or you want to consult your accountant, and you're so busy in your business, by the time you find the time, accountant is gone. You have to wait for next day. And next day, another busy day. You don't have time. You leave a message for accountant. He doesn't have time. This becomes a phone tag and is a waste of time and frustration, right? I've solved that problem. You subscribe to our WhatsApp. We give you the number. And once you subscribe, you can record your questions, whatever issues, whatever consulting you want to do. You can be in the middle of the night. It could be anywhere in Australia. It could be even anywhere in the world, as long as you're connected to the internet. And then you just explain what you want, what you're talking about, what you're trying to achieve. Within 24 hours, our accountants, it could be me, will respond back by recording on WhatsApp, voice message, mail, and send it back to you with the advice. What are the advantages? One, you don't need to play phone tag anymore. You use your own free time, anytime, day or night. Anywhere in Australia or in the globe. You could be on holiday, somewhere in the one corner of the world. You could record this and send it. Two, you have it in writing. It's a voicemail. It's better than even writing. It is recorded. It's not what I said, what you said is recorded. So the advice comes into voicemail. You can repeat it, listen to it, go back to it anytime you want, and this is ideal. Third, it's precise. You ask precisely what you need, and the advice is precise, and it doesn't waste time. There's no chit chat. It is amazing service. You can do it as many as time you want, a day, a month, anytime. The clock is not going to tick any further cost. It's not going to blow your budget out. It's a fixed cost. I'm coming to that very soon, how it works. I believe personally, no accountant has done this. Therefore, I'm introducing it. That's the methodology. The different levels of subscription, if you're silver, it's $550 a month, unlimited advice. You can do whatever you want to ask, all these services down the track, and is month to month, no commitments. Anytime you don't want it, you don't pay, you get out of the subscription. So there's no long-term commitment. Could be 1 month, could be 6 months, could be whatever. But if you want to do your tax returns, as per I've listed the package list on the website, you BASs and tax returns, and you are a mom and dad, you got one business, you 2 tax returns and all that, you go to gold subscription, you pay nothing extra except you commit for 12 months of $550. Same $550, you'll get unlimited advice, you'll get tax returns done, and for the same price, you'll get tax returns done, but you're only committing for 12 months. No extra cost. Then platinum is you have multiples of entities, businesses, tax returns. Now, we don't give you price until we know exactly where you are, and then we will give you a code and we'll go from there.